This is the first one. What is second step? Create a web application, create and compile web application source code. Nothing but .java program. Nothing but solid program. Solid program. Third step, write deployment descriptor. Write deployment descriptor. Okay. Web.xml file. Fourth step, deploy, create a war file. Create a war file. Web archive. Now, these all steps to develop web application. First step, create a web application folder structure. This is already completed. Create and compile web application source code. But if you want to create and compile web application source code, Soulet's library required. Okay, for writing second step, Soulet API required. So note down Soulet's API. See, first step, create a web application folder structure. How to create a folder structure, I explained. Second step, create and compile web application source code. Nothing but Soulet program. For Soulet program, Soulet's API required. Okay. Soulet's API. Java x.soulet package. Second one, Java x.soulet package or jakarta.soulet.hdp package. Soulet's API. Java x.soulet package or jakarta.soulet package. Second one, Java x.soulet.hdp package or jakarta.soulet.hdp package. Two packages. Say, without library, it is not possible to write programs. That library we are calling like a API, application programming interface. That API contains two main packages. Now, here, this is up to Tomcat 9, Tomcat 10 onward, this one server we have to install, Tomcat server, I'll explain. Next, first one, Java x.soulet or jakarta.soulet. First one, Java x.soulet package or jakarta.soulet package, classes and interfaces. Classes, interfaces. First one, generic Soulet. Here, Soulet. Here, Soulet exception. Here, Soulet request. Unavailable exception. Soulet response. solid input stream, solid config, solid output stream, solid context, request dispatcher, single thread model. These are classes and interfaces. Each word first letter is capital and no space between words. Each word first letter is capital and no space between words. Write clearly. Each word first letter is capital and no space between words. Five classes, 7 interfaces. These are each word first letter capital, write clearly. No space between words. Each word first letter is capital and no space between words. This is the first package. Second package, Java x.solid.hdp, jakarta.solid.hdp. Your classes and interfaces. Your HDP solid, HDP solid request, cookie, HDP solid response, HDP session. Over three interfaces, 2 classes in this package. Say JDBC also you see have seen. Without JDBC API, JDBC program we cannot write. Without Solid's API, Solid A program we cannot write. Always we have to depend on library. For second step, these all required. These all required. Is it completed? Next node. The above Servlets API, the above Servlets API is a part of servlet-api.jar file in Tomcat server. The above Servlets API is a part of servlet-api.jar file in Tomcat server. The above Servlets API is a part of servlet-api.jar file in Tomcat server. So these all classes and interfaces are the part of pack.as. Pack.as are the part of this file. This file is available in server. So first we have to download Tomcat server. How to download? I'll show you. Here Tomcat server we have to download. Then only you can access. Then only you can access Servlets API. See, here these are the steps to develop web applications. Steps to develop web applications. This last class I given. Steps to develop web application. See, steps to develop web application. Create a web application folder structure. Create a web application folder structure. It is first you have to create one folder structure. Second one, create and compile web application source code. Now, folder structure already explained last class. Now, create and compile web application source code. Nothing but Servlet program. Writing Servlet program purpose API required. That is I given here. Okay. This API contains two packages. These two packages. In this package, 5 classes, 7 interfaces. In this package, 2 classes, 3 interfaces. These all are the part of this jar file. The jar file is a part of Tomcat server. So first you have to download Tomcat server. Next node. Steps to download Tomcat server. Steps to download Tomcat server. Steps to download Tomcat server. See, Tomcat server, how to download? See, Tomcat download. Then first is link. Okay, Tomcat latest version 10 is there. So there directly apache.org also you can type. 1 minute. Tomcat 11 alpha version, latest version. See here, Tomcat 11 alpha version. Alpha version, beta version, we cannot trust. Some issues may be present. So let us you take Tomcat 10. Okay. This is alpha version. Alpha version, beta version, some issues may be present. That's what we should not trust. We have to go for Tomcat 10 latest. Then what you do is Tomcat 10 download. Now, node steps to download Tomcat website, Tomcat server. First step, open the browser. First step, open the browser. Second step, open Google. Type tomcat10 download in search bar. Next, click on the following hyperlink. Steps to download Tomcat server. First step, open the browser. Second step, open Google. Third step, type Tomcat 10 download in search bar. Fourth step, click on the following hyperlink. Steps to download Tomcat server. First step, open the browser. Second step, open Google. Third step, type Tomcat 10 download in search bar. Fourth step, click on the following hyperlink. Is it over? See, open the browser, open Google. See, open the browser, open Google, type Tomcat 10 download in search bar, click on the following hyperlink. Okay. After getting this one, here, next write it. You have to scroll down. After that, you have to click this one. Next write it. Scroll down. 6.1. Click on the following hyperlink. (32-bit) or 64-bit. 1 minute. Okay. Windows Service Installer. Click on the following hyperlink. 32-bit or 64-bit Windows Service Installer. Here, in this, you can click. There are so many options, but you click on Windows Service Installer. With others, click other operations also, other hyperlinks also possible, but this is best option. Other files are different formats will be there. Zip files will be there and other formats will be there. It is the best option. Okay. 32-bit, 64-bit Windows Service Installer. This is your download. After downloading, see, it is which version downloading you see? 10.1.8. In 10 also, updations are there. 0.1, 0.1.8 like this, updations are there. If little bit changes are there, this number changed. If many changes are there, this is changed. So many changes are there, this is changed. Like that, 10.1.8. This is your download. Okay. And even here, left side, many options are there, you see. 11, 10, 9, 8. Now, 11 alpha version, that is, we should not trust. Maybe some issues also may be present. Okay. And that's what, don't prefer this 11. Go for 10 only. 9 also okay, 8 also okay. But don't use 11. Now, click on this link that is downloaded. After downloading, double click on that downloaded file and click on next button, finish button. Very simple. Okay. Now in my system already installed. That's what downloading only I was shown. Okay. Installation time. Just username, password it will ask. Installation time, username, password it will ask, type username, password. Okay. Here, in my system, C drive, program files, listen. Later you'll bring the laptop, it is not working, you'll ask. That will be happen. See, observe, whatever I'm explaining, same programs you try to run, it will not be executed, it will bring the laptop. You see, I'll show you. So many people will do like that. Here, Tomcat 9 is there, Tomcat 10 is there in my system. Like 2-3 servers also we can install in a one computer. Now, in my system, Tomcat 10 installed, Tomcat 9 also installed. Now, both the servers are there in my system. Okay. Like this, you can install 2-3 servers also. But whichever you configure, that server will work. Whichever you configure in Eclipse. Okay. After downloading, just double click on downloaded file. Click on next hyperlinks. Somewhere it will ask username and password. Give username and password whatever you want, but remember whatever you given. For opening server, that password required again. Okay. Username, password, whatever you typed, remember later while opening server, that is required. Okay. Now, this is Tomcat server downloading. Now, how to write program, I'll show you. Say, API is a part of this file. See, at the command prompt, how will see the API? Which command? Java P. Say, Java P, Java X, but here I'll explain. Jakarta.Saulet. If you type, you'll get it, Saulet's API. See, this Saulet API. In your system, after installation, class path setting required if you want to see this one. Otherwise, class not found exception comes. Class not found error message it will show. So, if you type Java P Jakarta.Saulet, class not found error appears. Because this is in the server. Server software class path you have to set. See, to access Saulet's API, use the following class path. To access Saulet's API, use the following class path. To access Saulet's API, use the following class path. Say, here just environment variables. Now, just if you type environment, here edit the system environment variables appears. Okay. Now, write it. Click on Windows button. Type environment in search bar. Click on edit the system environment variables. Click on edit the system environment variables app. Click on advanced tab. Click on environment variables button. If the class path variable already present, then select the class path variable. I'll show you everything. Select the class path variable under user variables. To access Solid's API, use the following class path. To access Solid's API, use the following class path. Is it over? First of all, click on Windows button, type environment in search bar, click on edit the system environment variables app, click on advanced tab, click on environment variables button. If the class path variable already present, then select the class path variable under user variable. If not present, what you have to do, I'll explain. Say, I'll click on Windows button. I'll type here environment. Okay. Then edit the system environment variables app. Here, advanced tab. Okay. Here, our environment variables button. Click. Here, class path under user variables. Then click on edit button. Click on new button. Here, type the following. Next, write it. Click on new button, edit button. Click on new button. Type the following. Click on edit button. Click on new button. Type the following. Click on edit button, click on new button, type the following. Even these screenshots also I'll share in Google Classroom, but after sharing Google Classroom PDF files and with screenshots also, you will get errors. Because people are doing mistakes. That's what I'm saying. I've shown so many people that class path, listen with concentration, you write properly. In my system, support 10.0 is there. In your system, 10.1 will be there. They'll write 10.0 only. That type also they'll do. And space is there. Space they won't give. Space is not there. They'll give space. That type also they'll do. That's what listen with concentration. Even if I share screenshots also, people are doing mistakes. This class path setting screenshots also I'll share. Okay. Thus, I'm giving steps here. In notes, screenshots I'll share. You observe. This screenshot, this type of screenshots also I'm going to share. Okay. Say, first you observe. Here, click on Windows button. Here, type environment. Okay. Here, click on environment variables app, advanced tab, environment variables button. Here, class path under user variables. Click on edit button. Click on new button. Here you have to type. After that, OK buttons. What you have to type is this one, Solid's API location, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10, lib. Here, solid-api.jar file. This is. This location you have to set. Then you can access Solid's API. See. Right, this one. solid-api.jar, semicolon. Click on OK buttons. Click on OK buttons. Now, if class path variable not there, what you have to do, I'll explain. First, this one again, once again, I'll explain. Once again, I'll explain. Listen. So first, this configuration setups required. Okay, for before welcome program only, this is all required. That's what already told. It will take 3 days to explain. First program only 3 days it will take, already told. Today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, 3 days. Now, is it over? See, here, once again you see, click on Windows button. Then type environment. Okay. Click on edit the system environment variables app. Here, click on advanced tab. Maybe other tabs will be there. You click then. Okay. Click on environment variables button. Here, class path variable under user variable already exists. You click on edit button. Click on new button. Then this complete you type. C drive program files Apache Software Foundation Tomcat 10.0 lib solid API.jar. It already is there in my system. That's what this is. I'll cancel. Okay. After typing, click on OK buttons. Okay. Now I'll click cancel because already is there in my system. Say already is there. This is already is there. Okay. Now this is class path setting. Suppose class path variable, if you click on environment variable, here class path variable not there. Not there. Then you have to click on new button. At the time, variable name class path. Here you have to type that one. So then click OK. Next node. If the class path variable does not exist, under user variables, then click on new button. If the class path variable does not exist under user variable, then click on new button and follow the steps. If the class path variable does not exist under user variables, then click on new button and follow the steps. Type variable name. Type variable name class path. Type variable value. Type variable value. Click on OK buttons. If the class path variable does not exist under user variables, then click on new button and follow the steps. Type variable name, class path. Type variable value, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0, lib, solid, iPhone, API.jar. In your system, 10.0 is there, 10.0 write it. 10.1 is there, 10.1 write it. So in my system, I written 10.0. Suppose in your system, maybe 10.1 appears, or maybe only 10 appears. 0.0 also may not appears. So open C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation. In that, whichever folder name is there, that folder name you write. So in my system, 10.0 is there, I am writing 10.0. In your system, 10.1 is there, write 10.1. In your system, only 10 is there, write 10. Okay? While installing whatever it comes, that is you follow. But I written 10.0, you writing 10.0, that maybe 10.1 will be there. Then again, after setting class path also, you cannot access Solid API. But again, what people are saying, already a given class path, but still it is not working. That class path mistake is there, again it will not work. Okay? See, here you observe this PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0, lib, solid, iPhone, API.jar. For this, you need to set the class path. So this is you can copy. C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0 lib. So instead of typing, you copy better. Okay? Then mistakes will not come if you copy. So C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0 lib. Up to here you copy. This solid iPhone API.jar file you type. See, then only you can see like this. Otherwise, you will get as Java x.jakarta.solid.solid not found comes. Okay. Now, see once again, see here environment variables. Now, here class path variable not there. If not there, click on new. Type variable name. What you have to type here? Class path. Variable value. Whatever I given, that is jar file. Click on OK button. Okay. But few students, what they are doing is, if class path variable is there, they'll click new. What they'll do is, they'll type here class path 2. Class path 1, class path 2, it doesn't know. It knows only class path. Okay. And few students, what they are doing, here they are giving space. Space also doesn't work. This all you have to take care. That's what you have to listen. See, here, class path without space. Okay. If class path already present, click on edit button. Click on new button. Then type. Click on OK buttons. Class path variable not there, click on new button. Then variable name, variable value, click on OK button. And under system variables also possible to set. Like under system variable also class path possible to set. But these all don't touch. because Windows related class path settings also will be there. Path setting, class path setting. By mistake, if any class path is deleted, any concept is deleted, next time Windows also may or may not work properly. That is the reason don't touch system variables. Okay, you use user variables only. If you delete these also, all also nothing will happen. But here if you delete, if deleted path may be related to Windows operating system, then Windows operating system may or may not work properly. That's what don't touch system variable. User variables are only for one particular user. System variables are common to all users. User variables for one user only. System variable common to all users. But here, by mistake, if any path is deleted, next time Windows are also may or may not work properly. If it is related to Windows is deleted. That is the reason better to go for user variables. Okay. Once if is set like this, then you can access Solid's API. See, hit the command prompt. Now, up to Tomcat 9, Java X, Tomcat 10 onwards, Jakarta. Write that one. Note. Up to Tomcat 9, use Java X. And Tomcat 10 onwards, use Jakarta. Up to Tomcat 9, use Java X. And Tomcat 10 onwards, use Jakarta. So, in your system, Tomcat 9 is there. Already installed, it is there. You continue 9 also okay. But only while writing program, Java X you have tried. Up to Tomcat 9, use Java X. And Tomcat 10 onwards, use Jakarta. So package name Tomcat 10 onwards changed. They given Jakarta. See here Java P Java Jakarta dot solid. Already you studied lifecycle methods are present in this interface. If I type, it shows the methods. Suppose you are getting class not found. You are getting error, file not found, class not found. This Jakarta.solid not found. Suppose you are getting. That means that class path is not settled properly. Even after installation, you have to set the class path. That is remember. Like without installing Tomcat server also, it will not come. And without installing Tomcat server, if you set class path also, no use. Okay. So first download, install, set the class path, then you type. But already downloaded, installed, class path also settled, but still you are getting error. That is your mistake only. Okay. Already downloaded, installed, class path also you given, but still you are getting error means that is your mistake only. Okay. That is you take care. Java P Jakarta, if it is Tomcat 9 is there, then Java X you have to write. If it is Tomcat 9, Java P Java X dot solid you have to write. Now it shows class not found because in my system Tomcat 10 is there. Tomcat 10 is there. In Tomcat 10 they given word Jakarta here. Okay, that is we have to write. Now once downloaded, installed, class path settled, then you can access Solid's API. Now I'll ask some questions, give me answer. In a Solid program, if I write main method, is it executed? No. Why? Solid runs in server. Server doesn't know main method. That's what not executed. If you write also, no use. It will be treated as normal method. For execution purpose, life cycle methods are there. Execution purpose, what is there? Life cycle methods. How many life cycle methods? 3. What are those? Init, service, destroy. 3 methods are there. Init method, when it is called? Whenever first request comes to a servlet. When service method called? Every request. When destroy method called? Whenever servlet instance is removed from web container. When servlet instance is removed from web container? Whenever web application is undeployed or server shuts down. Whenever web application undeployed or whenever server shuts down, then it is executed. Okay. These 3 methods belongs to which interface? Servlet interface. That interface is available in Jakarta.servlet package. Then that is, if you want to see, this is required. Okay. Now, our task first I'll explain what we are going to do today. First program, how to do, that is I'll explain. See, one folder structure we have to create. First of all, one program without Eclipse I'll teach. That is no need to practice for understanding subject. Okay. First program without Eclipse I'll teach. You will understand subject. After that, second program I'll start with Eclipse. Now, first steps to develop web application already given. What is the first step? Create a web application folder structure. That is last class I given. You see the web application folder structure. You see the web application folder structure last class, whatever I given. First, first step, first one root folder we have to create. Okay. Suppose root folder name, suppose I am typing first app. Okay. Root folder name, whatever you want you can write. Root folder name, whatever you want you can write. One first app folder I'll create. Okay. In this folder, next folder, src, what it contains? .java files. So .java, .class you have to maintain separate. Why it should be separated is .java file nothing but source file, source code. Your project code will you give to others? No. That is the reason .java separate you have to maintain. See, in the war file, .java not included. One circle I given. That is war file. In that .java not included, no. We are going to copy only .class files. We are not going to copy .java in server. If we copy .java also, what they'll do? They'll take your source code, they'll change the address, they'll change the logo, they'll make it their own website. Okay? That your website they'll copy. If you use Java file also. That is the reason .java separate you have to maintain. But how to maintain separate? In a core Java you studied. .java, .class. How to maintain separate, I taught in while teaching packages. While teaching packages, you know, what will, how to compile? Java C. What is it? -D. -D option you have to write. But here, with Eclipse, what will happen? Not required. Automatically generated. That is the reason. Okay. But here, .java, .class separate maintaining is not so easy. It is only one program I'll teach. One program. That's what directly what I'll do. You are not going to deploy in real-time server this program. .class, .java, one place only I'll write. Because otherwise again I have to teach Java P command. All people forgot or remembered, I cannot see. Again Java C, -D, that concept is there, no? That is you have to apply. That instead of that, directly I'll place class file, .java file one place. Next folder, web-inf. Web-inf. In the webinf folder, next folder, classes folder. That is classes I'll create. Here, dot class you have to place. But dot Java also at present I'll place here only. Suppose first servlet dot Java. After compilation, first servlet dot class. Present both I am placing in a classes folder only. After that, next what is next? Lib folder. Present we don't record library. Okay. Now any other library required you have to create. Present welcome program purpose not required. That library I'm not creating. Lib folder I'm not creating. Next web.xml. It is compulsory. Configuration file. What is that? I'll explain. After that, next HTML, CSS, JavaScript, those all separate we'll see later. First it is just a welcome program. Present we don't record HTML file, CSS file, JavaScript file, these are not required. Now no emails, no audio, no video. First only welcome. Okay. That purpose those are not required. After this, we have to create war file. Suppose this file name first.war. Okay. Now we'll develop. After developing this file, we are going to deploy. It is called tomcat server. Tomcat web server. Here first.war. Now from browser, I'll send the request. Here we'll type one URL, but what is URL, what is username, what is password, I have to explain. Then my request passed to server. This request is called HTTP request, Hypertext Transfer Protocol request. This is called browser. Browser is called web client. From server, one message comes, that program executed, message comes, HTTP response. Then you'll get output here, welcome message. This is our task. Right is our diagram. This is our task. This first program without Eclipse I'll teach. This is only for getting knowledge. No need to practice. If you practice also, you may or may not get properly. I know about that. With Eclipse also, people are getting errors. Without Eclipse, definitely error comes. All people cannot understand also. Is it over? See, one folder we have to create. First step. This folder name, whatever you want, you can write. But this is compulsory. It should be WebINF only. It should be classes only. It should be web.xml only. So one folder we have to create first. Suppose, for example, first step. In that web-inf in capital letter, it is compulsory as it is. Web-inf. If you write underscore also doesn't work. It is hyphen. Web-inf. It should be in a capital letters. After that, classes. It should be in a small letters. Okay. Here file name, whatever you want, you can write. You have to compile. Present.java.class, both I am placing in classes folder only, because this is actually you have to place in src folder. Then you have to copy here. That is with Java C minus D option you have to use. But Java C minus D option, again, you remembered or forgot, I don't know. But if I teach again, it takes more time for that. That is the reason I'll cover like this. Later, anyhow, we use Eclipse. That is separated automatically. Now, here web.xml. This is compulsory. This totally will make it as one WAR file. This WAR file, nothing but it's like a zip file. In a Windows environment, zip software is there, no? That type. These all will make it as one bundle WAR file. This WAR file will deploy in server. Now, deployment nothing but it's just like uploading. After that, we'll open browser. From browser, I'll send the request to server to get the response. So we'll type in address bar. See, you have seen generally internet application how will execute. http://www.google.com. Request password. Google homepage comes. Like that, I'll send request. We'll get a welcome message. That program. Okay. Now, here, how many folders you have to create? See, in this example, how many folders? 3. First tab, WebINF, classes. These 3 folders. After that, we have to write this program. This program compiled. You have to write XML. This is we have to create WAR. After that, deploying. After that, sending request from browser, getting response. This is you are going to see. Okay. But if you want to write this program, first Solid's library required. Without library, not possible. Life cycle methods compulsory. That's what life cycle methods I'll give. Here Jakarta we have tried. See, in this interface, 5 methods are there. Note on result. You already studied life cycle concept. Some more questions I'll ask, give me answer. First, is it completed? Some more questions I'll ask. Say, if I write a main method in a Solid program, is it executed? No. Why it is not executed? Solid program runs in server. Server doesn't know main method. Execution purpose, what is there? Life cycle methods. How many life cycle methods? 3. What are those? Init, service, destroy. These 3 methods belongs to which interface? Solid interface. Solid interface belongs to which package? Jakarta.solid package. To derive this life cycle, what we have to do? Implements, already given. Every Solid must implements. I given no? Every Solid must implements Solid interface to derive life cycle. Every Solid must implements Jakarta.solid interface to derive life cycle. Applets versus Solids. At that time, I given notes. You can see. You have to implement Solid interface. In this interface, how many abstract methods are there? How many are there? 5 abstract methods. Whenever interface is inverted, then what we have to do? Whenever interface is inverted, then what we have to do? All methods must be overridden. Okay? You must override. Otherwise, subclass becomes abstract class. If subclass is abstract, you cannot create object. So lifecycle methods also not called. So if we inherit this interface, 5 methods mandatory to override. Okay? Suppose welcome program actually 1 method required, but you have to override 5 methods because all abstract. That's what one alternative, one concept is there. The concept is, say, Jakarta.solid interface already inherited in Jakarta.solid generic solid. It is one class. Now, you have seen this interface. This interface already inherited. It is an interface. In this interface, how many abstract methods are there? 5 abstract methods are there. Okay? It is already inherited in generic solid class. But what they did here, they implemented 4 methods. That's what this class become as abstract. So here 1 abstract method is there. That is service method. Now, every solid, say from this topic onwards, it is complete different. Up to JDBC core Java style only. From this topic onwards, it is complete different. This starting first up to welcome program, most important. Every point important. Listen with more concentration. Every solid must implements Jakarta.solid interface to derive life cycle. If you implement solid interface, how many methods mandatory to override? 5 methods. Instead of implementing this interface, what we can do is, this interface already implemented in generic solid class. You inherit generic solid class instead of implementing interface. If you inherit generic solid, what will happen? How many methods mandatory to override? 1 method. It is better, no? So remaining 4 methods are optional. But if you implement this interface, compulsory you have to override. If you extend this class, 1 method mandatory. Remaining 4 method optional. That's what we'll go for this one. Right, this one. Now, instead of implementing servlet interface, we are going to extend generic servlet class. Okay. If we implement servlet interface, 5 methods compulsory you have to override. If we extend generic servlet, 1 method compulsory. Remaining 4 methods optional. Because already 4 methods implemented. So, instead of servlet interface, we'll go for generic servlet class. We'll override service method. Service method, how many parameters are there? See, how many parameters? 2 parameters. What are those? Servlet request, servlet response. Servlet request receives the request, servlet's response, it will send the response. That's what 2 methods parameters are. 2 parameters are there in that method. Is it over? See, service method takes 2 parameters. Servlet request, servlet response. This servlet request receives the request. Servlet's response, it will send the response. Say, for example, online results application, hall ticket number received by this one. Result passed to this one, through this one. Present, no hall ticket number, no username, no password. That's what present I'm not going to use request, but I'm going to use response welcome message. Now, servlet response methods required. Servlet response. Present I'm sending welcome message. Sending welcome message purpose servlet response required. Here 2 methods required.
Java, I'll do in Java.
Write these 2.
Again. ఇది ఆయన ముసలాయన ముసలాయన మా జేజీలే మంచంలో లేడు. వయసు అయిపోయి చచ్చిపోయింది.
ఏమన్నా ఊరికి వెళ్ళారు. ఏంది ఏం చేస్తాను
అడిగారు చదువుతుంటారా వెయ్యి వరకు తిని
Is it over? See, for sending welcome message server to browser, stream required. You studied in core Java. How many categories of streams are there? Categories, not types. 3 categories. Types 2. Categories I'm asking. How many categories? 3. What are those? No answer.
రోజుకి 100 కన్ఫర్మ్ పడుతుంది. రోజుకి 100 కన్ఫర్మ్ చేస్తుంది. 100
What are those?
వెయిట్ ఉంటాయి బాగా.
వెయిట్ ఉండేది కాదు.
First one, console input output stream. Second one, file input output stream. Third one, what is it? Network input output streams. 3 categories of streams. Console input output streams, file input output streams, network input output streams. 3 categories of streams. Okay. Console input output stream nothing but keyboard monitor, that is. File input output stream nothing but files, writing to a file, reading from file. Network input output stream nothing but sending, receiving. It is server to browser. Network stream, these all network streams. Okay. For creating streams, here get output stream method if you call, solid output stream comes. Get writer if you call, print writer comes. Both are network streams because server to browser, server to browser to server, that type. But what's the difference between these two interface, these two classes? It is a byte stream. It is a character stream. If you want to send image, audio, video, use this. If you want to send text, use this. For welcome message, which is the best option? Print writer. No. So it is byte stream, it is character stream. Note down. Already given in core Java class. If the class name ends with stream, that is a byte stream. If the class name ends with reader, writer, character stream. If the class name ends with stream, that is byte stream. If the class name ends with reader, writer, that is character stream. If you want to send welcome message, you can use both the streams. But best one is character stream. Say, get output stream method if you call, you will get a solid output stream. Get writer method if you call, you will get a print writer. Now with this print writer, we can send welcome message. But if you want to send, first this method you have to call. This method if you want to call, this method, this interface required. This interface available in service method as a parameter. Service method as a parameter is, the service method if you want to write, extend generic solid. So first you have to write on class, that class extend generic solid, override service method, you will get a solid response. With that you have to call this method. Got it? So one class we have to write, that class implement extend generic solid. Service method you have to override. If you override, you will get a request response. With this response, this method you can call. Then you get a print writer. Through print writer, welcome. Whatever required to write a program, that information I provided, tomorrow program. Okay, whatever required to write first program, that complete information I given. Tomorrow you will see the program. We'll see continuation tomorrow.
అసలు అర్థమే కావట్లే.
దీంతో పాటు
ఉమ్?
దీంతో పాటు ఇంగ్లీష్లో యూట్యూబ్లో ఇంగ్లీష్ మాట్లాడేదని చూసి అదొక్కటి
ఇంటర్వ్యూలకి అసలు ఒక్కడు కూడా ఇక అటెండ్ కాలేదురా. అసలు ఇంటర్వ్యూలకి
అటెండ్ కాలేదు అనుకో, వాళ్ళు అటెండ్ అవ్వాలనుకో.
అదే అటెండ్
ఇది అవని మా ఫ్రెండ్ ఒకటి చేస్తున్నాడు, వాడు ఏప్రిల్లో ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ పడతాయి అన్నాడు. ఇప్పుడు అడిగితే ఇంకో 3 నెలలు ఆగమంటున్నారు. నా సజెషన్ ఒకటే, ఒకటి నమ్ముకో, నువ్వు నేర్చుకో.
అది ముందు బాగా నేర్చుకున్నాగా
కొంచెం తక్కువ ఉండే జాబ్, అది ఒకటి తెలియదు. ఈలోపు ఏదో ఒకటి చూసుకోకపోతే మంచిది. కొంచెం నీ ఎక్స్పెన్సెస్ ఇంట్లో నడుపుకొని ఉండడానికి కోర్స్ అయిపోయినాక. ఇదైతే నువ్వు చేయలేవు అని అయితే అడాడు. వాడు కష్టపడలేదేమో రా అంటే
హెవీ కదా.
ఒక్క సెకండ్ కూర్చుండాక లేదా, నేను ఎట్ట తిరుగుతాను నీకు తెలుసుగా. నేను వద్దంటున్నాను ఇంకెత్తు నువ్వు అర్థం చేసుకో.
మనకు అంత ఏమీ వద్దులే, చూద్దాం ఇది ఒకటి.
Okay, notes I'll share in Google Classroom, online students.
ఏమీ లేదండి, ఇదిగో ఈ
No doubts. We'll see continuation tomorrow.